Welcome, guys. Crib Hangout here. Today's show is all about you, the community. So we've got a few new faces to the panel and a few familiar faces. Most of you probably already know me, Pain Train, one of the guys from the Crib. We've got Tyler with us. People know him already, I should think. We've got Scotty, he's a regular. Hiram is a regular as well, that's Mike. And the three new guys, do you want to introduce yourself? If we start with Paolo.
Hi, my name is Paulo, and I am the Dreaded.
Cool. And then we've got Matthew.
Sexy Insector Hitter. What's up, everybody?
And Chris, who you came on the show this week with us, didn't you?
Yeah, I was on last week's Hangout too. But anyway, in game, I'm Caius. I'm a level 80.
Cool. So introductions out of the way. We did a poll at the end of the show in the middle of the week, basically asking what you guys want to see, what you want to see us talk about tonight. And an overwhelming vote. Most people want to talk about the direction of the game. Now that, I don't know what you lot think. It's quite vague, really. It could mean a hell of a lot of things. So I'll throw it over to you. Like, it's your show. What do you think about the future of the game? Start off with the new faction we've seen leaked. What do you think about that?
I, for one, think that it's going to be good to have a new faction. I mean, of course, it's probably going to be harder because it's Kixeye, and that's what they always do. We know that's coming, But there's got to be, there's always got to be change in the game to keep it fresh, and it's going to be, it's going to make it fun again for a little while. We're getting tired of doing the same stuff over and over again, which is, the same complaint that we always have. So it is time to freshen it up.
I just hope they think about the balance for a change, to be honest, and actually balance it out more. Because when the Reavers come out, that was just ridiculous.
Yeah, I
first come out.
said it on the show this week with Earth and Chris. When Reavers came out, it just threw all the tech that we've got, just almost made it immediately obsolete. And then when the radiation stuff started coming out with the launchers, it changed the game a hell of a lot, didn't it?
Yeah, it was totally different after launchers came out. If you didn't have launchers, you were just screwed.
I'm actually pretty excited that we're getting some new enemies to fight, freshen up the game, like Chris said, something new to hit.
Do you think it's going to see a change to anything we've got at the moment in the game? When you think about drag bases and Forsaken missions, do you think they're all going to see a turnover and completely change to Reavers or something, or the new faction?
Hopefully. Drag bases used to be, they used to be like the big thing. When are they coming out? When are they coming out? And they came out, and for a while there, it was a pretty select few people who had the ability to take them out. But now it's just, anyone with a half-tier fleet can take it out in 1 to 2 hits. I think that they need to definitely make like maybe a Reaver version of that. A huge drag base like a Reaver. Just something new to help people get uranium, because it is, they reduced the cost, but it's still pretty difficult to keep up with the higher tier players.
Yeah, new drag bases would definitely be awesome.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd love to see them revamp it, and I'd love to see them revamp the weekly mission. I'm tired of hitting strongholds.
Yeah. I remember seeing two MCXs and 2 DNXs, and that's what you had to have to run a Drake base, man. You had to have 4 players in there acting like a team, and, I, for one, would like something like that back in the game. Something where it's, another team event that's not just, hell, we've all got like 3 and 4 Crusader fleets, some of us, that you can walk away and auto 3 and 4 Drake bases at a time before repairs. So
What? I was actually about to say,
that's challenging.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
I was just about to say, I saw the video that Santana done with his Crusaders when he first had them. He done the drop mags in 2 minutes for like minimal damage.
Sorry, Scott.
Did Tyler just raise his hand like he was in school?
No, I thought I touched my hair and I was coming back. But I am going to say something now, because you're all mega coiners who aren't not feeling the mid-level players here. The thing is, there's a difference between revamping and making harder, and I think that revamps to the Forsaken mission, to Drac bases, that they've got to be done in line with the difficulty as now. There's no point saying to basically, like, you can grind out tier 4 in the mission. I don't think that's wrong. I think that should be the case. If they make it more difficult, and they end up pushing down the level again. You can have same with Drak bases. People hit Drak bases for uranium. Me, I couldn't hit a dredge, so I'd hit a Drak base. If you're going to tell me that I now can't hit Drak bases either, you're not giving me a lot to work with there.
See
So
what?
I mean, go on, Scotty.
So what I'd like to see is, like, say, rather than revamp the Drak base, just like you say, add something in, like say 1 or 2 Reaver Drak bases. So you've still got the old ones for people that can hit them, but then you've got a higher tier one for people that need them more. Something.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with what you've said there with the difficulty. I mean, obviously at the moment we have got different levels of strongholds, you know, from levels 3 or 4 to 65. So it, you know, as long as they kept the balance right and they didn't make it obscenely hard for the lower level targets to hit, so you can still grind away and do your thing like people grind away 34s and 40s at the moment. That, you know, it's a key thing to remember, not just for people looking to save on coins and playing for free, but for people who generally can't hit the higher targets because of their fleets, regardless of coinings. I want
What
to
I'm
welcome Panda
thinking,
late to the show, so welcome Panda.
what I was thinking is, I think one of the things that Kixeye keeps messing up with is they try to go increase difficulty level by increasing armor and damage given by the enemies that we have here. Why not just increase, you know, make it longer, make it a little tougher to kill, but not beat you up so bad for the higher levels? You know what I mean?
I totally agree with that.
I see the problem being that right now, in my opinion, they're just too money hungry, and they're not worried about the player experience. They're worried about getting people to spend money on the game. Is what I see with all the new content. Nothing is geared towards making the game playable.
Well, I don't want to start topic too much, but like say with all these increasing like hacker bans and stuff, it's like they're losing people that used to be big coiners or, you know, or used to coin to hacking. So they're trying to make up for it by making the people that still do play legit coin more.
Were
I
they
see
really
that too.
coining though? Who would really go to hacking after spending all that money though?
The guy's got a point.
You know, something that Tyler said that kind of struck home there was increasing the difficulty is different than, you know, revamping. I think something that would be good to have is you know how we have these for the missions that you can do at any point in time. You know, you just, you know, start the mission, that little fucking buoy pops up. I think something that would be good for the revamping of the Forsaken mission would be something kind of along those lines. You know, Forsaken mission comes out, you launch the buoy, and each time you hit it, it completely changes each base. You know, each base is randomized. You know, you never know where you're going to start out in. You never know what ships are going to be in there, but they all align to your level. So regardless if you're like a level, you know, 56 that's running, you know, nuclear cruisers or whatever, you know, you should be able to pump out, you know, like 6, 7, 15, 20, whatever of those buoys, and each time it's a different experience, different fleets, and you know, it still gives you that, you know, a shock and awe pretty much of going into a battle blind.
And it's like going back to the drop base a little bit more as well. It's like just something simple like decreasing the timer, like we said before in the past. You know, decreasing the time so you can hit it more often to utilize it more. That'd be a big, you know, a big change to help.
I've got lots, and sorry I'm late, so probably missed half the script. But if you guys talking about hacks and what a hack looks like and how to identify it, I'll play a base hit if somebody has just been banned in a bit, which shows you exactly what one looks like. But for me, I'm getting really fed up because the last 3 or 4 big battles that I've had have proven to be hackers, and they're on the ban hammer, and it's getting a bit repetitive and boring. And before anyone says anything or pandas crying rah rah rah, I did go back and flatten them even though they had a hack. So before you all start bitching, but look, Let's determine what a hack looks like. I think tonight my mission is to show you how to spot a hacker fleet and get them banned because they're pissing me off. And I think second thing, I want to have a discussion around road crews and what the community thinks the future is on road crews and what we need to change. But sorry, panel, I'm late, so I apologise. But
No worries.
let's
Well, I think
let's roll through it, Rob.
yeah. Well, if we'll take road cruisers as a point. I mean, what exactly do you have in mind about road crews? You know, scrapping some old ones, bringing in new ones, or editing the rarity of some that we've already got?
So first point is to the community, and I'd like to address this to the chat. How many people thought Bullseye Brigade became a legendary crew during the Alliance tournament? So the recent arena tournament we had, how many people thought that Bullseye Brigade became harder to get than a legendary crew? And I'd like to see that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
just while it filters through to chat, I'm going to throw out there and say, yeah, definitely. I think actually more than legend. I was rolling for a bullseye. I rolled 40k.
Mm.
I got 2 DOS crews and not one bullseye.
Well, I was about to say, I mean, I know that myself and Bombard from KD and somebody else in the Alliance, they both rolled like 80k or something to get a legend, to get one bullseye, and they got like, I don't know, Grease Monkeys and all legendary crews, and took 80k
Yeah, I
to
rolled.
get one bullseye.
Sorry, Scotty. Yeah, I rolled 40k and I got 4 Grease Monkeys, 2 demos. It was insane. Not a single bullseye brigade.
I feel like
I was the opposite. I got 4 bullseye brigade crews with about, I think that's about 50k uranium.
Fucking Mike's always the opposite, isn't he?
The worst part about it was I wasn't even doing the arena. I was just rolling for crews.
So I was in the arena, and all I wanted was a bullseye. I rolled 4 DOS crews. I rolled, and bear in mind, guys, this is over 250,000 uranium on the Friday. 4 DOS crews. I got 8 demolition squads. I don't have hounds, absolutely useless. And I got 2 bullseye crews, and everybody I was fighting in the arena who I'd have got you with a bullseye crew, but I can't roll one, and that was the message. And Kicks Eye, we're not stupid. We know you turn the parameters up to get a bullseye crew over the arena, and I think I just want to point out and see if the community felt the same as me, that I felt Kicks Eye shafted us on uranium to get bullseye crews over this arena tournament.
I want to add to that, Panda. You said in the arena, but have you seen it improve since? Because I haven't seen it improve. I'm still struggling to roll them.
Yep, yeah. Same.
And it kind of pissed me off a little bit during the arena, but ultimately, I ended up getting the Monarch and all that. But it just means that you have to use something a little different, something that requires maybe a little bit more multitasking while you're, hitting these fleets instead of rolling out with, a frosty fleet with missiles on it and just, wrecking everyone you see. You have to, mix and match fleets, use something that's a little different each time. That's just my personal opinion. Is I try not to stick with one particular meta. Try to mix it up a little bit, make it harder for people just to roll one crew and annihilate everyone they see for 40 minutes.
Yep. You see, I actually wouldn't mind. Cause I will agree that Bullseye Brigade to missile fleets is like a godsend, but if you're gonna make it a legendary roll, at least make it an hour and a half like the rest of them are.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But 40 minutes, it's like we've travelled in time and that as well. You lose half of that.
Fuck, I'm on mute. Oh, for me, what annoys me is they clearly turned up the settings of how hard it was to get a bullseye brigade over the whole arena tournament in aid that players would go out to win it and spend uranium, which is gold, essentially to get that. And do you know what? We're not stupid. They might as well have put a little golden bandana around Bullseye Brigade for the whole of the arena tournament because it was an absolute joke. But at the same time, the crews are so bad. I mean, who the hell is going to use Hellfire Heathens now? And who the hell is going to use Midnight Marauders? I see
Wrecking Crew.
Wrecking Crew. Oh my God, please. And these things cost me what? 500 uranium first roll, 300 the second. Do you know what I would love if you really cared about us players? Is a drop-down menu, and I would love Bullseye Brigade to be 2,000 uranium per edition and select it. That would be great. Because if you want to reduce my costs, which you said in your video that you produced in the week, then that's what you do.
Well, yeah, because you're still using your uranium, but you get to choose. You get to choose crews and say like say that you make a legendary crew or something 4,000 or something 5,000. Something high, and you still got to gain that uranium.
Mate, I'd like to see legendary crews around 50,000. If you want one, pay 50,000 for it.
There you go.
I'm sick of being hit by them. Every hit.
Wait, it's like Bombard. Like he was trying to roll for a Bullseye Brigade. It took 80,000 to get one, and started hitting with Scully because he had a load of Scullies that he'd got. And people was moaning about it. He says, "Well, if you're going to give me," he said to the other players, "Like if you're going to give me the uranium to roll a Bullseye, I'll hit with a Bullseye. I'd rather hit with a Bullseye than the Scully. But if I can't get one."
The only problem with that idea is now you're putting the field back in favor of the coiner, who can get all this uranium and roll crew after crew after crew, or buy crew after crew after crew.
I mean, I was going to make the same comment, so I'll play middle ground instead. To me, road crews are good for the game in general. I think that the way Kixeye unbalance it, that they're needed, but it depends on how you're going to price it, really. Like what you're saying at the start, 4K for a legendary crew. I just think Kixeye love a bit of random drops. That's why they do the Forsaken mission, so you can't pick your prizes. They love a bit of.
Something that I find interesting with the arena.
Sorry, Tyler, you're breaking up, buddy. Is that hole in your ceiling? Tyler, hole in your ceiling. Ooh.
Make it expensive.
Nah, you're gone, bro. Look, I get it. I get the non-coiner's point. Let me give it you from a coiner's point of view. Is that I'm spending 22 to 30,000 uranium to get a Bullseye crew. In equivalent of hits without a irradiated Cutthroats crew is 1, 2, 3, 3.5 dredges to get a crew, but yet I can retro something to R10. Now, where is my value for money as a player, considering Will Harbin's promise to make it fairer and cheaper for us all to get a better structure? That does not work for coiners nor non-coiners. As a non-coiner, you will need crews that will benefit you different to what I need. So you should be able to go in and buy yours for a set cost, same as me, as the coiner, and get what you need.
I mean,
I can't agree with that, Panda, because the guys that are willing to spend a lot of money on the game are still going to have a serious advantage over guys like Tyler and now myself, who I refuse to spend any more money on this.
Whoa! Don't speak for me, Mike. I mean. All
right, I apologize, Tyler, but it's harder for us to get the uranium.
Okay, but take that point then, right? Are you saying that road crews is a top player part of the game?
No, I'm saying that.
Well, that's what you just implied.
I implied that for them to be able to buy them every time they want to get one, they have an easier chance to get the uranium over the guys that don't spend all the money and keep their U racked up.
But they've got the same chance to get. Sorry, Paolo. I'll just
What if they buy them?
Yeah, okay, but what?
Go, Tyler! It's your birthday.
At the end of the
I'm on your side.
at the end of the day, right? If you're gonna roll 30k for a bullseye brigade crew, and you're a heavy coiner, the only difference for a non-coiner, like I run Jagex and Mars, it's my best fleet, so I'm gonna need a bullseye brigade crew. Is what they're for, isn't it? Yeah, Macedons. So, but by saying that, coiners are going to have more access to them, it's still the same balancing field because I've got less uranium to roll the 30k for anyway. So if Panda can roll 300k and get 2 bullseye brigade crews, the only difference is I roll 80k and don't get any. So
Well,
to me,
I'm not. We're not talking about the rarity right now. I mean, I think they screwed us when they changed the rotation of them. I'm saying if the guy that spends $1,000 on this game can go in and just keep racking up you and getting every crew he wants, it gives him a bigger advantage over the guys that don't have that kind of money to get that uranium to buy those crews.
But
but
Mike,
you could do that anyway. You
Mike,
could do that anyway.
hang on, I'm going to step in here. Mike,
Sure.
the non-coiner is not going to have a fleet of hellhounds. So straight away, the crew difference is completely different.
That's not true.
Hang
There's
on.
a lot of non-coiners that have hellhounds because they have ally mates that help them get them.
Yeah, they take months to build those. So they haven't
Yeah.
built
I'm
them
not
yet.
about built.
Have you built them?
See, this is my input on this. I think maybe we should find like a common ground in between the coiners and the non-coiners and the whole rogue crew thing. Rogue crew aside, someone made the mention of uranium being more difficult for lower tier players, and I feel like with the whole new balance that came out with cheaper retrofits, that instead of retrofitting everything under the sun, maybe pick and choose what you really need to retrofit and what you want to retrofit. Set a goal for yourself. I want to have a ballistic fleet, and upgrade your arbalist or whatever. Don't think that oh, this might become super overpowered later on. Let me get an R15 while I have the chance. Uranium is not as difficult as people think it is to get. They feel like they want to have it all at once. I want to hit the 63. I want to hit like 23 level 63 dredges tonight and get full on everything. No, why do that whenever you can say, hey, you guys want to do a dredge base with me or a drag base with me? We'll all take like maybe 25% damage. We'll clear it out and we'll be good to go. They don't want to do that because it takes longer for them to build up. Everyone wants something big, but they don't want to take the time to. They don't want to put the time and the effort in to get it. They want it big and they want it right now. I think that's the problem with a lot of the players right now is they're thinking too big for what they have.
I agree with that comment.
Yeah, completely agree. And let me say, I want to ask Tyler a question. Sorry, panel. And let's get the difference between a coiner and a non-coiner established on the Dredge Night, and it's not being big-headed or saying the non-coiners are not important, but it's trying to establish what the top players in the game have to spend to get the crews they want compared to the bottom, and that is not no way Panda saying coiners are better than non-coiners. I just want to clarify that. What I want to do is just show you the spend difference between a top coiner and a non-coiner. And Tyler, I'm not picking on you here, buddy. I just know your gameplay, and I want the audience to know I'm not saying, oh, I'm a big-head coiner. Tyler, on a Tuesday night when the judges start, what is your plan? How much do you get and how much for?
I don't spend anything, and I don't get anything. I just don't hit dredges now. I'd rather if I hit a drac base, one, it's more fun because I don't die straight away and get swamped by reavers. So I'll hit a drac base. I'll hit a drac base. If I really want to, I can do a drac base, basically no damage with a Spectre. And I'll take my 2.5k uranium or whatever I get. And that's what I'll do if I need uranium desperate.
Don't tell them how little damage you get because they'll nerf it. They always do. But anyway,
they're going to nerf it anyway.
Mike, same question to you, buddy. As a non-coiner now, how do you get what's Dredge Night mean to you?
I can hit over the course of the 24 hours. I can hit 263 dredges with the fleets I have. 2 of them. That's it.
Cool. I'm going to put it to the coiners now. Scotty, what's a Tuesday dredge night mean to you?
Max out once, maybe twice.
What's that mean, though? Uranium spend. Come on. Let's be specific.
If I'm coining the retros, I'll probably do 3, 4, 5 retros, and then go out and max out again. So then I've got uranium for cruise until next.
Value it. Max out means nothing.
Well, 200, get up to 200k uranium.
From what?
From say 30, depending on how many crews I've rolled. Because if I'm hitting bases, then it all depends on getting the crew that I want. Because I'll just roll for a crew. I'll roll till I get the crew that I want.
So you're saying you spend you're going to get 150,000 every uranium night to keep up with the game.
Yeah, basically.
Cool. Can I ask Chris and Matthew and Paolo, what do you guys spend on your dredge night?
I max out once or twice. First time will be for retrofits, and the second time will be for crews throughout the week.
So value it. What every dredge night, Tuesday, Friday.
Anywhere between 50 to $70.
So how much uranium though?
Yeah, I'll go through about 400,000 sometimes.
A week?
No, in a uranium day. Like the other panel members have been saying, I'll go ahead and spend what I have on uranium day, fill it up, try to spend it, as much as I can, coining like 1 day of refits or whatever, you know what I mean? And try to get a big couple day one started to get me going until the next dredge day, and also make sure I have enough uranium to try to coin, to try to roll crews. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Luckily, I spent a ton in a Frosty Crusader fleet, so I can get 3 dredges in a rip. And the way cutthroats are going, it for me sometimes it can be pretty quick to fill up to 200k, and but it also gets expensive to try to spend it to fill it up again. So
yeah, agreed. No, good point,
Right.
Matt.
Yeah, it all depends, really. I mean, I'm in one of the best groups, PNLS, and we actually help each other. We prep.
Sorry.
I've
Raina told you to say that. Raina, I'm going to have you for that.
She didn't actually tell me. No, she
I'm
did.
joking.
You did tell me to say that. I had to give a shout out, But no, I spend 500 sometimes a day on each dredge day. But I'm helping other alliance members. I'll go out and prep dredges. We have other alliance members that'll prep dredges for anybody. We help the non-corners quite a bit. So
what alliance is that?
PNLS.
know what alliance?
I love the OPB really.
Tyler,
I agree with
Tyler, I've told you, come join me and you're my project.
I've already told him you can join us. You can lay off.
You
Everyone-
quit. Hang on, chosen one. You changed your name to Kick Size something and quit, didn't you? So Tyler's investments are really bad. But anyway, let's move on.
My reprotected disposal pan.
No, I'm good. Hang on 1 second. Let me just. Oh yeah, you've muted yourself. Good. But look, Matthew, Chris, myself, Paolo, Rob, and guys, this is not being panel selective here. We spend, I'm going to simplify it, a fucking fortune to get uranium, and we spend 25,000 of that rolling a bullseye crew. That is the difference between a coiner and a non-coiner. Well, I'm spending hard gold for that, as these guys are. And if you get one lucky bounce in the 100 roll, fair play. But every crew, in simplicity, if they want to make it, here's your list, here's your cost. What do your legend crews cost? Actually, yeah, they cost you 80,000. You click legend crew, it takes 80,000 uranium off you, and you're going to get a grease monkeys, a cutthroats, a DOS, or a demo squad. And what you get is what you're given.
Well, the thing is, even say if you've done that with low coins and that, they'd spend their week or get the rally to half them to get a grease monkeys for the raid. and
Alright.
use their uranium to get a grease monkeys and have one there for the raid.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay. I'll just make sure you can hear me. It's the first time on here.
Yeah,
The
we can
problem
hear
with road crews is very simple. You know, if you put a set amount price on them, then basically those that can get the uranium pretty much free of charge, just like me. I have a fleet of downpour reapers that can completely take out a jack base by themselves. Then, I mean, it's not the simple fact they need a set price, even though I think it would help. It's a simple fact of basically being able to get the uranium to roll for them, in my opinion.
I mean, just to respond to that quickly, I think we should move on from this soon. But I mean, you don't need a decent fleet to take out jack bases. Let's be honest. If I really wanted uranium, I could hit jack bases all day long for my 2k at a time and get enough uranium. I mean, I've done it before. If I'm like 2k off a retro, I'll hit a jack base or whatever. I mean, the thing is with road crews, and this is what I think people are missing the point when they're saying that. As a non-coiner, I think some of us are missing the point here. It's not about access to the road crew, because at the end of the day, if I roll 30k for... Whoa, what's that noise? Anyway, if I roll 30k for a road crew and don't get anything, then that's no different to Panda rolling 300k and getting one. So... Do you know what I mean? It's not a case of coiners are going to have easy access to it, because they could do that anyway. Panda's just said that how much he coins, you know, on a dredge night. So he can spend that. He's going to roll that many crews anyway. He's going to spend that much uranium. I think it's just making it easier for everyone, and I think that's what Panda's trying to say, is that it makes it easier for everyone if you've got access to them. I mean, there's nothing more frustrating than when you come out and you really need a crew for a raid like Grease Monkeys or Bullseye, and if you don't get it, potentially that's a big chunk of your raid. Then, like, if you spend all uranium and you don't get anything, then that's, you know, I mean, that's not good.
Bottom line though, Tyler, is no one in this game, coin or non-coin, it should be a set, just like hulls are. Everyone knows what a hull costs. Why is it different to a road crew? Really, why is it different? And the point being on this is, you know, I shouldn't have to spend, and no offense, I'm not saying I'm the big bad coiner, rah, 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 right? I'm not. The point is, Tyler, I'm putting him on mute. The point is, right, is regardless of what level you are at in the game, your road crew should be specified, and you know what it's going to cost. And let's be honest, and this is the question I want to ask everybody before we all leave this topic: who can tell me what the percentage is on every road crew that KixEye have in their events? Did you not? And I will ask everyone on the panel this question now: do you believe KixEye turned up the hardness to get a Bullseye brigade over the arena tournament? Let's start across the panel and work across. Chris.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, it was running the same. It's, you know, it's supposed to be random, and I get that it's random, but there's no way in God's green earth it's so random that everybody is randomly not getting a damn Bullseye crew now. There's nothing random about that. So yes, they've done something to them.
I want to add to when you said it's
Whoa,
random.
wait your turn, Rob. It's in line.
I need to say it right. They said on the forum, didn't they? Everything's working as intended, but they don't state what as intended means. So, you know, as long as it's working as they intend, they just don't tell us what that means, do they? It's clever about the wording what they use.
Matt, you're next, unless we're on different orders.
Oh yeah, we're on different orders.
Oh shit. Rob, that's your fault.
That's all right, whatever. Yeah, no.
Do you think Bullseye's harder to get now, Matt?
It's way harder to get now. If you think about it, I actually rolled 9 legendary crews before I even got a Bullseye. How is that working as intended?
I don't
You
know.
should at least roll a Bullseye before you roll a legendary.
Damn, sounds like you're really shitty set up for the raid, though.
Yeah, I only have 4 grease monkeys right now.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
same.
rough.
Anyway, Tucci, come on.
I got lucky when I rolled, but from everything I'm hearing from everybody else, yeah, they definitely changed the percentage.
Perfect. Paolo?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with everyone else. I got 2 DOS crews before I even got a bullseye, but I mean, in the end, I used a different set of fleet that didn't require bullseye, anyways.
Perfect. Noob Train?
He doesn't get it though.
Noob Train.
I've had my turn, cunt.
Noob Train is a yes or no answer.
Yes.
Excellent. The Nubian one?
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Tyler, my Padawan?
I didn't roll any crews at all in the raid. Or since.
Yeah, but you filled the ceiling. That's a big improvement. So good work, man. We love it. Cool. Right. So moving on, guys. Next topic is hackers, and obviously the increasing amount of the hammer swinging. Like, well, we would say Rob's dick, but that's a really unfair comparison because one's big, one's small. But anyway,
Pandas aren't known for big dicks, are they, mate?
yeah, we're endangered, but who cares? Anyway, moving on.
They have faces in their crotches.
Hey, Mike, you're an ex-gimp now. You left us, bro. Don't
Yeah,
don't be
you let me
Now,
know.
wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. I want to say something about that. I love being with you guys. You're a fun bunch of guys to play with. But when I turned into not coining, I didn't want the tag to have to battle.
bro. Tag back up. We don't coin sort of difference. Anyway, moving on. Guys, how to spot a hacker. So, let's give you some tips because the banhammer is swinging of late. There's lots of very well-known players getting banned right now. And I think we should just share a few tips because, well, there's some really good known players getting banned right now, and it's a bit obvious, but some people are missing the cake bait. So, Rob, Tyler, Matty, let's throw the arena out. What are your tips?
I'll start off then. I think one of the most obvious signs for me is when someone seems to be hitting a base, hitting bases relentlessly, seemingly, hitting them on auto pretty much. The same fleet will be returning in and out of the base over and over again. They don't care if they get hit; they'll just leave the fleet on auto, and another fleet similar will come out of the base. I'm speaking from experience last night. Thankfully, the guy got banned earlier today. So I know Sexy will know, or Matthew, he'll know who I'm talking about because we were in sector with him earlier, and Scotty as well. He probably had about 3 or 4 strike cruiser X fleets coming out of his base, hitting base and base after base. His base changed multiple times in the night. It was always 100% healed. And when you think about how much it cost to do what he did in the short space of 2 or 3 hours, I don't care who you are, you don't spend that much on a game really. It's a very few amount of people on the planet who can afford to do that.
Well, going back to that guy that we said, I mean, apparently I was on for the dredge day, but apparently when he was doing that guy was doing the dredges, he sent out 11 fleets, all like strike cruise wreck fleets, R10 with the new weapon on, and a couple of them, 4 of them had the new Monarch, all with a different module, just auto-in dredges for like, solid. And then he did the same for doing. It's like he weren't even when he sent him into base, he wasn't even trying to score the base. He just sent him in on
No, he
auto,
was just being,
and
he was just being
the fleet
reckless.
just went in the base in a line and died, and then again and again and again.
That is the best way to determine if they're a hacker or not. When they just don't care about damage.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Let me share one. You guys carry on talking. I'm going to load a hacker up. I'm going to show you Eraser's hit on me. Eraser is banned. Hang on. And people go, oh, how'd you spot a hacker? They say you spot one. Carry on talking, guys. I'm just going to load it up.
Yeah, I'll
say them, like.
And like what Pam was saying, like if say if you hit them, kill them, for example, and then they pop straight after, and they're 100% healed, that's probably a good sign that they're hacking because...
Hang on, I don't do that.
No, but when all their turrets are level 5.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hold on, then.
Well,
When all their turrets are level 5 and they pop 20 seconds after being hit 100% and then do it again and again and again.
Like, I was fighting a group last night, and there was 2 bases right next to each other, and I was sitting outside with Phantoms, and it was one unshackled hell fleet out of the other, out of both bases, one after the other. I'm sinking both of them left and right, and they just keep coming. And it's like $7-8 a rip. There's no way somebody's going to spend that much money just to try to get past some Nighthawks without even trying to send another fleet. You know,
at least send some sort of subtext to try and capture
try.
that.
Yeah, there's no way.
So can you see my screen, guys?
yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
So this guy got banned.
No, we don't have.
So this is Eraser RCCB. So this is how you spot a hacker. This is one of the most amazing hits I've ever seen on a base. And this guy is now perma-banned. So, but just so you know, yes, he had DOS on, but my guard has no evade. Not that I should probably publicize that. But anyway, he's got 3 Crusaders and a Frosty. And anyone who owns this fleet, tell me if yours ever did this. And wait till it gets to the guard.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'm out, man.
I'll see you later, bro.
Have fun. Peace.
So bear in mind, DOS, guard has no evade, bar
I have
the ship's inbuilt. Who's?
That's me. I was gonna say I have this fleet built, so.
Cool. So this is all on also that I've not tucked in. And then I go, oh, screw you. Watch this. 1 ship, gone. 2 ship, gone. 3 ship. Oh, let's go get to the corner yet. 3 ship gone. 4 ship gone. This Wrath has 30,000 armor on it. Ready? Here we go. Y'all ready for this? 1, 2, gone.
That's insane.
I don't
I mean,
care
I
how
have
good the weapon is, it's not that good.
Got that Wrath is ridiculous.
So bear in mind, the Wrath he shot had 30,000. That is how you detect a hacker, guys.
Yeah, everything
Well-
R15.
Let me add that the DOS does have 100% accuracy.
It
4
does.
cannons, which is that weapon is.
It does, and you're right. And when it's hitting a Wrath, though, with 30,000 armor, would that mathematically kill it? No. That's how you determine a hacker.
With 30,000 armor, those weapons. How many weapons does he have on each?
Don't know. Ask him. He's banned.
You can fit about 2 or 3 max or something like that if you're going to max the armors out.
But he couldn't have. No one knows what that fleet had. But he took a guard ship out in 2 shots, regardless of armor.
I mean, I've been hit by a few. I got a couple of gollies in my base and a room raft, and I've been hit by a few Crusader fleets. And one of them being a level 54, and my guard didn't mow like that. It took at least 3 or 4 shots, and sometimes they don't even kill the Goliath. And that's the first one, and the second one.
Just 6 Arbalasts will give you 33,000 damage in 1 shot.
But that's as each shot lands.
No.
With the DOS, yes, it does.
And you've got to take into the minus defenses of your ballistic defense as well.
And just to answer your question, so can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Cool. There's the guy now.
Hey
You know, but
guys,
I've
I,
actually,
I'm
I've
not
never
being funny.
I've never managed to roll a DOS crew, but what I want to know, if I understand correctly, every shot that misses becomes a critical hit.
Yes, it does. You're correct.
So
And it
it's
will do
doing even
double the
more
damage.
20,000 a shot.
That's correct. If you have a guard with no evade,
It shouldn't affect it.
exactly.
you know, I can actually vouch for Pan on this one. As I've actually hit your base quite a few times, and yeah, and that's you know, just tossing it out there. But I've hit your base a couple of times, and it's definitely not a walk in the park. And it's definitely there's no way that you should be able to take out a Grimwrath like that, or even an
No, you
Enforcer like
shouldn't.
that.
Let me show you another
Not in one
one.
shot.
Can everyone see my screen again now?
Yes.
Cool. Sorry, Bang Tidy, you pissed me off this week, so you're this week's view. Okay. Righty ho. So, let's show you the same fleet with Mark, Noob, Bang Tidy. Big shot in the game, has his own page, but can't drive a fleet. He should have won this battle, by the way. I am not saying my base is undefeated. This is before my guard changed. This made me change my guard, and I got lucky. But Bang Tidy should have won this and should have 100%ed me, and he never did. But this is the same fleet. Better crew, may I add, because it's more critical hits. So this is Bang Tidy. Oh. So same range, nothing else is the same. Bar my guard being the spars because
He's not one-shotting them turrets either.
Exactly. But my guard's being the spars, kicks eyes fuck up, which is my next point on the show, but never mind. We'll come on to that after this. Rob, can we have an extended show? Oh, there's the AIDS. I love them. Look, it looks like he's got disease. Da, da, da. So Bang should have won this. One, not sure.
4 shots.
Yep. What's this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots. That died in 2 shots last time. This is where he makes his mistake. He should have split his fleet and gone at the Wrath. Now, we're on the Wrath range. Watch it. Look at his range compared to mine. Bang Tidy, you're a very clever guy, but look at this. After all your mouth, you're moving in on the ship. You're clearly going to die on. So, Bang Tidy, anyone who wants to give a shit to Bang Tidy.
9 shots that took for you, Grimwrath.
Yeah, but that died in 2. So, guys, that's the difference between a hacker and a non-hacker. As much as I don't like Bang Tidy because he's a mouthy bastard like me, he doesn't cheat. So, there you go. That's the difference. And I hope people spot that. And I hope that helps people.
Another way to determine if they're hacking is we have, well, I know of a player, I ain't going to give any names, but, you know, back when all this glitch repair stuff was going on and pretty much everybody, well, a majority of the people used it, you know, this guy would bring out fleet after fleet after fleet with no care in the world. And as soon as the glitch was fixed, you know, you hardly ever seen him on the map, and when he went into a base, he'd do what he can to try to avoid damage. But it seems like recently, with the reports of the new hacks going around, you know, he's back in this phase, and now he's all of a sudden coined a Monarch. He's got coined a couple of Hellhounds. He's got the recent ships built, the Unshackled Hellhound. You know, it's unbelievable. But what can we do?
You know, the thing that sucks is that with all these players getting banned, I don't think there's a giant influx of players getting banned. I think it's just easier for us to see it. You know, now that there's more pages out that show, oh, this player's banned, this player's banned, this player's banned. I think it's the same amount of people getting banned. It's just we can see it more. You know, it's more visible to all of us now. But what really sucks is that, you know, some coiners that may not launch a fleet for a couple of days, you know, they get tired of the game, they want to relax for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, you know, they're hitting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases. You know, we get, you know, ganged up on, and oh, you're a hacker, you're this, you're that, and it's like, I think if you, you know, if you really just want to stop hacking, then one, put your input in the community. You know, don't just complain about it and quit the game, because I've seen a couple people do that. But you know, just report it. If nothing happens, then move on. You know, obviously he was doing something you weren't. Just learn from it. But I don't think you should just chase it. You know, hack, 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 hack.
Well, it's like that guy that got banned in our sector. That guy's ID was a 1.9 mil ID. So that's a really low ID. So
1.6, but you can't count.
Yep. Yeah, well, sorry, 1.6 mil ID. 1.6 mil, so he's been in the game a long time.
I
So
love that.
he decided to start hacking and got banned for it.
Do you know what, though?
Whether you know the guy's hacking or not, and I think the biggest point to get out to the community is, if you think somebody's hacking, record stuff, turn it in. If they're not hacking, no harm, no foul. If they are hacking, you get them caught.
Yeah, and you're right, Mike. In the same sense, I'm going to stick up for players like Scotty, Matt, Chris, Payne, Paolo. Do you know what? If guys hit you and you have no fucking idea how they hit you, don't turn around and cry like a bitch and then stick a ticket in and waste kick size, limited resources. Try and learn it, because probably 99% of the time they're right. Actually, it's this one time in 100 they're wrong. And do you know what? If I had £1 for every time I've been called a hacker, I'd be an absolute millionaire.
I got it a half hour ago.
Shut up.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, if there's somebody like that fleet you showed where you're 99% certain that wasn't possible to do what he did, yeah, you turn that one in. When a guy comes in and smashes my base and destroys me, I send him a message saying, damn, how the hell did you build that to do that? Please. I don't get pissed.
You guys, I think what we're doing here is we're throwing blame on hackers, and yeah, we should. What they're doing is wrong, and I understand that. But I think we need to get down to, to the root of the problem here. The root of the problem is, if people could feasibly play this game without having to spend, at least a very nice car payment a month to do so, there wouldn't be this many hackers around. There wouldn't be this big problem that we have. This problem is getting worse and worse and worse as the build times and repair times and everything get worse and worse and worse. People are just tired of it.
Yep.
I mean, I know somebody personally, and again, I won't give out names, but they got, this game can be an addiction, and they wanted to stop playing and figured if they quit, they would come back. So what they did was they got a hack account and hacked the crap out of it and went completely ballistic with it until somebody did ban them so they couldn't play anymore.
There's so many like that.
Now, isn't that, I mean, that's crazy.
Sorry, guys, in the interest of time, so, look, there's so many people out there like that. Everyone is, how'd you put it? It's getting to the point where they have to make bigger measures. And I'm going to back Mike in the sense of people have built Reapers. They fucked them so hard that people don't want to coin anymore. And there is a fix for Reapers. I'm not going to tell any fucker because I'm quite enjoying it. But, people shouldn't have to pay their own money to refix their shit that they nerf every week in, week out. And do you know what? Kixeye, this raid coming up is going to be pretty good. Looks good.
That's the main reason I left Panda, because I was bored. There are lots of companies out there, and if they have to do a nerf like that because they unbalance the game with something they add, anybody that suffered that nerf gets 100% refund, and that is against Kickside policy. So that's the main reason I left.
Yeah, and I've got a ticket going on now where I'm trying to get a refund for mine. I mean, I'll tell y'all right now, between the three Reaper fleets I have, Say what?
Don't the Kickside Facebook refund piece. Don't do it.
Alright,
Because
but
Man,
I'm gonna sorry, guys. I'm gonna stop that because there's a lot of players getting their own back right now, and I'm not gonna be the person to tell people how to do it. But there's a lot of players getting banned right now, and they have big banned ass tags on them, and they're not for cheating, guys. Let's make that pretty crystal clear.
Panda, let me say something here. I want to back up something Chris said. Even when I was a coiner, I was a $50 to $100 a month coiner. I could enjoy the game. I could play the game well. I got nothing against guys that want to spend a fortune on this game, but for $50 a month, you can play this game and have a good time and spend a lot of time playing the game. You don't need to spend a fortune.
I disagree with you, Mike, but because you may play it, but not at a very competitive level. And actually, when I met you, you didn't play at that level, that competitive.
Great.
If you play competitive, and if you go with these guys to make Palusas and stuff like that, I tell you, $50 is not enough even to play one night.
Well, I don't
Mike,
go out and hit 100 bases a night. I play within that $50.
exactly, Mike, and that's why there's a difference.
And the big problem this company has that is called Kickside is that you guys are doing Palusas, you guys are promoting people to play the game, and they don't even help because how much will be for them giving each time that participates in the Palusa, let's say it's 100 or 150 coins.
Look, let's look at some of the big
people is going to spend.
Hang on, guys. Let's look at some of the big players in the game right now. Rigpig, Navy, BOBP, both banned because they disputed their Reaper charges against Kickside. There's nothing hacking there. Kickside just sucking the thumb, and there's plenty more to come from that. People are fed up of this shit. So let's not be realistic. Kickside we'll ban you if you dispute your charges. Well, sorry, but in the law of California, you change the product they bought, and that's why they can do that. So
one of our guys got the same message. He wanted a refund to his Reapers, and they sent him a message saying, I wouldn't talk like that. It's bannable.
Yeah, but in the state of California, they changed the product. It's illegal. Report it, boys. Have fun. Anyway, guys, we've overshot the show. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of emotions going around right now. Yep. Our lovely Rig Pig is banned. He's not a cheating bastard. I wish he was, because I personally love to put a picture of a panda eating pig, but no. Rig's just disputed charges. Same as other players in the game, and that's the way it's going. So, Kickside are scared of a certain beta. I'm not going to mention names. Players are leaving, are waiting, and Kickside, sort your game out, or we're gone. Ladies, peeps, Rob, end it.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, he's got a bit heated at the end there. A lot of running time. People are getting irritated, quite rightly. But do remember, we are here to help people, guys. We're not just here to sit and bitch and rant. And I'm not saying that's what we've done, but we've got a show to run and we've got people to help, and that's our main goal today. So keep that in our mind on all our future shows, and remember that the players come first in this show. So as anyone watching, remember, you always message us if you need any help with builds and tips. I know our main discussion today was about the future of the game. That's what people wanted to talk about. The second highest vote was actually on base defense tips. We've run out of time, so we'll probably do a show on this next Friday instead. I did put a video up about half an hour long, just me talking over my base. I'm not saying it's the best out there, it's certainly not. But for anyone who's unsure about base design, just wants to get a bit of a standpoint, a little bit of help, it's one place you can go to look. And I'm happy to help give base layouts and stuff for other people, and so are the other people on the panel. So just wanted to address that because it was the second most popular talking point for tonight. So yeah, we're out of time. Thank you for everyone for coming out on the show and for staying for the hour, even though we got heated. That's what happens. it's a community show, and the community say what they want to say. So thank you for coming out, guys, and we'll catch you on Wednesday. See you later.
Later.
Have a good night.
Boy.
Yeah.
And quick